This is Local 3 News at 6.
Not that many years ago, the first thing you did when you turned 16 was go to the Department of Motor Vehicles and get your driver's license. It was considered a rite of passage and, of course, a sign of independence.
Well, that may not be as much the case anymore because teens are not as eager to get behind the wheel. Many of them aren't. Cornelia Nicholson hit the road to find out more about this trend.
Getting your license used to be one of the most exciting moments of being a teenager. But now more teens are preferring to take a back seat to driving. Federal data shows only a quarter of 16-year-olds have their driver's license. That's about half as many as in the mid-90s.
Oh, it was so much fun.
Mary Hanashevsky was one of those teens who waited until she was 19 to get behind the wheel.
And I liked spending time with my parents when they would drive me places. I just thought that was kind of fun.
And her mom, Barbara, didn't mind giving her daughter a lift.
It did dawn on me that this was going to be it. These times with my kids, until they got their driver's license, I mean, these were important times. I'll never get those back. And so I was, I loved it.
Behind the Wheel Driving Academy co-owner John Collins says anxiety is one of the main reasons why some teens aren't racing to get their license.
Part of it is just they've seen too much already either on TV or their friends being involved in crashes and things like that. And a lot of them just don't know how to do it, so they just don't want to do it. Which
is why Hanashevsky made the decision to stick to the passenger seat. She told me about a time when she was younger and watched the movie Charlie St. Cloud,
which is about a guy who is driving his brother and they get into a car crash and the brother dies. And I was really messed up after that. Like, you can ask my mom and everybody. Anytime anybody would leave the house, I would have a panic attack because I thought they were going to die.
You're driving a big metal vehicle with a bunch of other metal vehicles on the road, so it's scary.
For some, it's easier to get away without a license nowadays, thanks to rideshare apps like Uber and Lyft. Much like Mary, 16-year-old Gavin Potter says he enjoyed riding shotgun.
Because it was easier, then it would just allowed me to not have to focus on everything. And it allowed me to sometimes I would do school in the car, some homework that I had to do, or work on some other things, and just gave me that freedom to do it.
And it's not just teens who are avoiding the driver's seat. For 28-year-old Kate Key, who's now learning to drive, she just thought she couldn't after failing a test when she was 19.
After the driving test, the instructor actually told me that it's lucky that I didn't pass because I'm going to get into a wreck if I did pass. So, and then after that, I was just too discouraged.
Besides the fear of driving, the process of getting your license could also be a deterrent. If you're under 18 in Tennessee, you'll need several documents, a learner permit for 6 months, and certification of 50 hours behind the wheel driving experience, which can be hard with a lack of in-person driving courses. A quick Google search shows there's only 2 in-person classes here in Chattanooga. Collins says a course can really help to ease teens into the driver's seat.
We go over basic rules of the road. We explain things down. We break it down pretty simple, but how to read the road markings, how to read street signs, how to react in certain situations.
For those students a little more anxious than others, Collins has a solution. I got behind the wheel of his driving simulator, which gives learners the experience of driving without the pressure of being on the actual highway.
We're able to put them through several different scenarios, from daytime, nighttime, rain, snow, heavy traffic, light traffic, country situations, city situations, things like that. And a lot of kids who are really anxious learn that they can do it.
For parents of teens who might be extra anxious, he says to encourage them to just give it a chance. Take a basic course and see how it goes. While the trend shows more teens aren't racing to get their license, Collins says it's possible to get them comfortable behind the wheel.
Do you appreciate having your license?
Oh, I love having my license. I go get a sweet treat coffee every morning. It's so nice. And I can drive myself to work. I can live by myself now, which I couldn't have done if they were still driving me around.
Today I actually concluded that driving is fun and I can drive, which is shocking.
In Chattanooga, Cornelia Nicholson, Local 3 News.